Hello, everyone. Welcome to All the Charts, episode 206. My name is Dan. Before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share away. Hit the little thumbs up. Whatever. Cheers to you all. All right. So, a couple days ago, I actually did an episode with my friend Steve for his channel, which I'll put the link below, regarding Canadian bands. So today I'll be talking or remembering Myles Goodwyn and the band April Wine, which I had mentioned that I was going to be talking about on Steve's channel. So why now? Well, on December 3rd, we lost the founding member of April Wine, Myles Goodwyn. So he passed away December 3rd, 2023. And April Wine was a band that I've always liked, had some of their albums, not all of them. But it's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's once someone dies, I find, from a band that you love or that they're known, but kind of like was forgotten to a point there. It's there you realize, only then that you realize that how, my God, those guys were good. Or those that song was great, or I remember that song, and and it's sad in a way that's we're only remembering those bands when someone important dies. So now I don't want to jinx anything here, but this has happened to me twice here where I had some April Wine albums, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to go and get my collection finished from April Wine. So I started buying them, and sure enough, we got the news on December 3rd that Myles Goodwyn has passed away. And was like, oh, fuck, again. This happened with Rush. Started collecting, buying some Rush on vinyl. Man, Neil Peart passes away. Now I'm scared to go and start some other bands. Or if there are some artists out there you want out of the way, just let me know. I'll start buying their collection. But anyway, joking aside here, so let's talk about April Wine. So, and I'll show you. So I got all of them from the first one until Attitude on vinyl, and they just reissued all of them on vinyl also. So I'm hoping, and I'll show the pictures at the end there, that the last three ones, please issue them on vinyl so we can have the whole collection on vinyl, and they look great. So cheers to Myles Goodwyn. Thanks for the music. And let's go look at the discography. So I think this is 1971. They came out with just April Wine. By the way, this is not going to be a ranking. I'll do a ranking when I know the band. I'm not super familiar with all of their discography. Like I said, I got this one like 2 weeks ago. So I'll do a full rating or ranking, whatever, later on. But yeah, this is their first one here. It's a little psychedelic rock. You'll see here a young Myles Goodwyn right here. He's the founder of April Wine. They're they were formed in 1969 in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Some members even coming from Labrador. So if you're Canadian, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's not very remote places here. But anyway, here's their first album. I've seen it in stores many times. This album cover was not what I was like, oh my God, I must have that, So it's there. It's a good album, just not what I consider, a great hour. Like, this is not April Wine. They're still trying to find their sound here. So their first one from 1971, just entitled April Wine. Next up, this is where it starts getting here Interesting here. So number 9, or number 2, I should say. Of course, the date. Does it have the date here? Of course not. It must be 72 or something like that there. On record. And it features 2 covers. So my friend Steph actually came over and dropped some stuff up today. So there's a song, You Could Have Been a Lady, which was a hit here in Canada. It's a cover of Hot Chocolate, I believe. They do a lot of covers here, by the way, April Wine. And another cover they do is Bad Side of the Moon from Elton John. And I was like, I know those 2 songs. But it was like when I first heard those songs way back, I did not know it was April Wine. I was just like, oh, I thought it was like something like, it sounds like something that Alabama would do, you know? So, but yeah, Steph, that song there, A Bad Side of the Moon goes, this is my love, this is my love, this is my love, my love. That song there. Uh, anyway, I've heard this many times there, but anyway. So the second record, slowly getting into a little more concentrated on the songs here. So, but yeah, Could Have Been a Lady. I've heard that all my life. And like I was telling my friend Steve, I call this band like I uses the April Wine rule, where I talk about songs you've heard all your life, you just don't know who it was by. And then you're listening to an album like, oh, I know that song, and then you hear a whole bunch of April Wine songs, you're like, or albums, you're like, I know that song, I didn't know it was them, I know that song, I didn't know that was for them. So yeah, the April Wine rule for me is, you know these songs, you just didn't know by who. So anyway, second album here comes with On Record. Yeah, there you go. Third one, now this is a good one here. So Electric Jewels, this is from what, nobody likes to publish years here on their back covers. Oh my god, to hell with it. But anyway, this contains, which is, I guess, would be arguably their one of their best songs, which is Weeping Widow. You just gotta hear that one. Ding 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 ding. Weeping Widow, na na na. And this is a pretty rocket album. Like I said, this is the first of many good rockin' albums here I find from these guys. This is a great album here. Electric Jewels is another great one here. But yeah, this is where their style starts to, get there. So Electric Jewels will be their third one. Couldn't fucking tell you what year right now, because Jim Clench is when he joins on bass here. I believe he's on that one too. Yeah, Jim Clench is on that. So he joins on the second one. Anyway, here we go. Electric Jewels. Great one. Great rocker. Cheers. Now, next one. This is where it starts to be, I know that song. The I know that song rule there. So next up comes April Wine, Stand Back. This is from 1975. So I guess this one's from, 1974, I guess there. Stand Back, which is the first to show drummer Jerry Mercer. Now, Jerry Mercer, I learned, this is when I was in high school. Used to go, a friend I used to work with part-time and then went to high school with him. His uncle is Jerry Mercer from April Wine, by marriage, not by family there, but by marriage. I'm like, how cool is that? So this one is the one that has got Ooh What a Night. Now, if you're Canadian, now I don't think that this band translated as much overseas or US or other provinces or other countries I should say there. But ooh, what a night. If there were like beer commercials here in Canada with that song. Like everybody knows that ding 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 da 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 da. Ooh, what a night. Yeah. And of course, it's also got Tonight is a Wonderful Time to Fall in Love, which is a great little ballad here. I'm not a huge fan of their ballads, but that one's a good one. But yeah, it's a little not as rocker as Electric Jewels, but this has got such a huge hit. I don't know where you guys are watching from, if you guys know April Wine there, but this song, Ooh, What a Night, is or was, still is huge here. You know, you hear it, you probably don't know it was April Wine, but then you're like, oh, I know that song. We've all seen that beer commercial. I forget which beer it was, but there you go. 1975 has Stand Back, the first one with my friend's uncle, Jerry Mercer. This one here, the cover did not inspire me, but I've actually enjoyed the album here. So 19, does it have a year, this one? Of course not. I'm assuming it's 76, I bet. Oh my god. Anyway, the whole world's going crazy. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, look at it. I didn't know this was in here. 1976. There you go. Yeah, it shows all their records here. Yeah, there's a live album here. But yeah, this is which one? Like a Lover, Like a Song. That was the hit, I guess here. That's not one of my favorite ballads from them there, but I knew it. But not as good as the other two before that there. But the album cover does not, this doesn't look like rock, or like this look like folk rock or almost there, but yeah, decent album here. No, I would say good. So 1976, I guess. This one here. See, the 70s stuff I'm not as familiar with, but this last one here is the one that I'm least familiar. I heard it and I was like, ugh. So yeah, April Wine, Forever for Now. I don't even know how to describe this one. 1976. Very mellow album. Doesn't rock at all. Like, You Won't Dance With Me was a minor hit. That's kind of what. Oh, by the way, Stand Back was the first album by a Canadian band to achieve platinum sales in Canada. Did you know that? Anyway, back to this one. Yeah, Forever. This one does nothing for me. This is too mellow, too folky, too jazzy ska. I don't know. Like it just doesn't. Yeah, you know, yeah. Sorry, not much to say about this one here. I didn't really like. It's probably my least favorite of their catalog, to be honest. Okay, now we're getting to the real good stuff here, according to me. April Wine, First Glance. So now they're starting with their logo. They're getting more of an identity here. Get Ready for Love, Hot in the Wheels of Love. Rock and Roll is a Vicious Game. What a great, great song. Roller. See, I don't know if I mentioned it here on this episode or it was on Steve's. I'm getting mixed up here. But being Canadian, I watch a lot of hockey. And in between periods, the last 2 weeks, in between commercials, I should say, they were fading out to a commercial. They would always be playing some April Wine. Like, I know he had just passed away there. I was like, holy shit, because I just noticed that most of the time it's Roller. And it's a great, great song. Great lead, like like they're like, and these guys are three guitarists, by the way, for a reason. Like the singer, sometimes tunes out his guitar there. It's not like Iron Maiden have constant three guitars playing there. These guys have three guitars, but tend to shut off at a few times there. But yeah, she's a roller, high road. That song, that's a friggin' good song, man. Um, and of course, Silver Dollar. Now, my first time seeing April Wine was on the Attitude, which is going to be coming later on. And I went with three friends that I worked with at Loeb at the time. And I remember one guy just, I guess people were yelling out song names. And one guy yells out, behind me, Silver Dollar. And I didn't know what it was talking about. Then I heard it. I was like, wow, that's actually a friggin' very good song here. So, yeah, Silver Dollar's on here, but yeah, Rock and Roll's a Vintage Game. But to me, Roller is the high point of this one here. You might have it with a different cover as a purple cover, but I prefer this one here. This album cover also translated to, instead of First Glance, it said Greatest Hits. Not very original for Greatest Hits there. A little confusing there, but I like this cover better, and I do like this logo a lot here. So April Wine, First Glance with Roller and Silver Dollar. Great songs right there. And the next one, oh man. Harder, Faster, again with the cool logo. And this is how they look like now. Say Hello, a great song right here. Better Do It Well. I Like to Rock. What an intro. This is probably, arguably, their most popular rock song. Not my favorite. It's in definitely my top 5. But yeah, I Like to Rock when at the end when it kind of goes mellow and they mix in their I Like to Rock with Day Tripper and Satisfaction. So Day Tripper by the Beatles and Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. I'm like, that is actually pretty fucking cool what they did just there. So at the end there when anyway, you'll hear it there. That's the outro song. And they do a friggin' kick-ass version of 21st Century Schizoid Man, which I believe is a King Crimson song. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's when I realized, wow, these guys can play. So yeah, Harder, Faster, another strong, like this is this, and then the next 2 or 3 there are just rock. Like that's a good rock. And this at this time they were starting to headline arenas in Canada. Not much overseas or whatnot, but they were like headlining Canada. And these guys had like I Like to Rock was a big hit. What was the other one? Say Hello, another great hit right there. Again, these songs you heard on the radio many a times there. So Harder, Faster. This is from 1979. So then I believe I would say arguably this is their biggest album here. The Nature of the Beast from 19 probably 80, I guess, and of course does it have, of course it doesn't, because it would be too easy, right? 1979 also, okay. Wrong hockey team, but whatever. All Over Town. Tell me, Sign of the Gypsy Queen. That's another great song by them. They're known for that one. Just Between You and Me. I mean, it's a good ballad. It was a hit here. Good one here. Which one else did I... Caught in the Crossfire is a good one here. It's not my favorite, but it's got Sign of the Gypsy Queen and Just Between You and Me were huge hits here in Canada. Again, with the cool logo, there's a reason why I'm saying You'll notice why there. So, but yeah, this was huge for them. Just not my favorite. I prefer Harder, Faster than this one, even though this is probably their most popular one here. So there you go. April Wine, The Nature of the Beast. Now we come into how I discovered April Wine as a kid. My first song I ever heard from them. So my neighbor had made me a little mixtape of songs, and on that album was Enough is Enough on this one. See, a lot of people tend to, again, with the cool logo, pay attention, people tend to say that this is where it starts to go like this, and I'm like, I completely disagree. Every Anything you want, you got it. What a way to kick off an album. And then Enough is Enough is the single. It's a great song. That's Enough is Enough is the first song I ever heard from April Wine. Still love it to this day. Didn't age as well as a few other songs there, but yeah, I'll still like it there. So, if any Turbo Negro or Britney Spears fans are watching, which I doubt, they probably think, oh, they're the first bands who came up with this brilliant uh, song title. But no, it was April Wine, actually. The song is called If You See K. Tell her I love her, blah, blah, blah. So if you see K, Fuck, a lot of people think, oh, Britney Spears and Turbo Negro, they have that song there. No, this is April Wine that came up with that title. Whether you think it's funny or not doesn't matter, but just wanted to let you know. Doing It Right. That's another Doing It Right. That's another great song right there. Yeah, I like this album here. I don't know why it's not really, but Enough's Enough was part of my childhood, and that's what got me into this band here. So from 1982, this one, Power Play by April Wine. Then this is where it starts to. So which year is this year? 1984. They had a hit with this one, with This Could Be the Right One. So we're going to go with Animal Grace. Notice something different here with this one here. Yeah, they dropped the logo here. And of course, this is where it kind of. I know this is very not superficial of me to say, but band logos that stick out and are the same throughout their career is a big plus for me. It's extremely, I don't know, I don't understand why but yeah, April Wine is very bland. And this is where, like, this one, I understand why people see the one before that, Power Play. I was like, yeah, whatever, I like it. This one here, you could feel the overproduction of it there, but anyway, This Could Be the Right One. Still a great song. Was a big hit again. Did not know it was them that was singing it at the time. What else? It's Hard Rock Kid is a good one here. Rock Tonight. This is not very original song titles here, but yeah, you could see a little bit starting to go. I think they were having issues internally here at this time, because the next one would be supposed to be a Myles Goodwyn solo album, but turned out to be an April Wine song. And of course, notice the logo again, whatever. This is whatever it is here. I mean, Rock Myself to Sleep, as cheesy as it is, I still like that song a lot here. And oh my God, this is all. Can you see this glow on my, oh yeah, look at this on my face. Jesus Christ, I can't even read this. There was one the other day, like I got this one like maybe 2-3 weeks ago there. I think it was Wait Anymore was a great song too, but there was another song that I knew. Beg for Your Love. Oh no, Love Has Remembered Me. That's what it is. I remembered that one at the time. So there's still two songs that I did know, even though this was basically a Myles Goodwyn solo album. So this would be the half the band. I think there's only Brian Greenway on this. Yeah, the rest is people I don't know. So Walking Through Fire, yeah, would be 1985. Jeez, fuck, this is hard to read on these. Looks cool, but very difficult to read. So April 1, Walking Through Fire. This would be the last one for a while. Again, I wasn't into April Wine at the time. When I got into April Wine was, oh boy, this one here. So 1993 was my first time. I knew April Wine. I probably had a greatest hits there, but I can't. So I'm gonna show it. This is Attitude. This is, yeah, all their new albums kind of had this glossy. Look what's back. The logo. I think this is my favorite April Wine album. Is it because it was the first one I sort of got? But the sounds heavy, sounds hard rock, verging on metal a little bit there. But If You Believe in Me was a minor hit here. That's Love is, there's a video for it. Check out the song That's Love by April Wine. It's so this is kind of reunion album. This is Myles Goodwyn's son, by the way. In '93, they come out with Attitude, and this is the first time I saw them live. And then I saw the video for That's Love, and I was like, wow, okay, now that's so for you hard rock slash hair metal fans out there, more hard rock, you got to check out the song That's Love from the Attitude album. It's probably what's more up this alley as to what I usually talk about from this channel. There's lots of bottom end, well recorded. Everything sounds great. There's a tad on heavier than I think this is the heaviest album they've ever done. Here's looking. Oh, what's that other song? Fuck, I can't read with this. Again, you can see the glow. It's hard to read here. Is it Strange Kind of Love or Can't Take Another Night? Anyway, easily, even I can't remember the fucking song, and here I am saying it's easily my favorite. But I must have listened to the song That's Love so many times. I friggin' love that song. So this is the last one, the album that they issued on vinyl. So this is now me. There's 3 albums left in their collection. There's Frigate or Frigate. I don't know how you pronounce it. I say Frigate. Am I right? Who knows? Then Back to the Mansion and Roughly Speaking. Those 3 albums, I'm not even sure if this existed on vinyl. So why did you stop here when you have 3 others you could have done easily on vinyl? So please, somebody from April Wine Camp, if you're watching this, please release your last 3 on vinyl. I would definitely love to have them. And I'll post the pictures of how those albums. I had Frigate at the time on cassette, maybe CD. And I remember being disappointed after loving Attitude so much. There were some good songs, but it was not as good as Attitude. Attitude for me is, like I said, I'll listen to the whole discography and make a good ranking one day there. But to me, I think it's still going to be number 1. We'll see. But yeah, Frigate, Roughly Speaking, and Back to the Mansion. Please get those out on vinyl, please. So that's their albums, and of course, 2010 they get into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. 2022, Myles Goodwyn decides to retire, but he gives his blessing to whoever his replacements. Brian Greenway is still part of the band, but it's just a bunch of people I've never heard of. I'll go see them if they come here. I I like their songs, but again, I've because the guy passed away, and it's like, okay, you know what? I should have paid more attention to these guys, I guess, when Myles was alive, but got to see him twice live. So yeah, 2022 he retired. 2023 this past summer, they got into and a whole bunch of good bands got into the Canadian Walk of Fame. You had April Wine, Trooper, Max Webster, Loverboy, Lee Aaron, uh, forget who else there, but yeah, all bands that I like there. So good for them. And of course, Myles died. Like what? This was in July, so July. 4 months later, passed away from cancer on the December 3rd. So yeah, it. I was missing four of the vinyl out of those whole bunch of vinyls when he passed away. So I was lucky, not like rush when I was like, oh my god, the prices went so high. So, but yeah, I would say give April Wine a shot. You will realize how, if you're Canadian watching this, by the way, you'll realize how many songs you actually knew from this band. So, and if you're not familiar with them, if you want their heaviest one, check out That's Love. That's a great one. Pop song, pop rock, enough's enough. A good banger also. Anything you want, you got it. And of course, I Like to Rock. That's another great song. And oh yeah, Roller. Love that one too. They're from their the 70s era. So anyway, Myles, thank you for the music. Wished I could have said that to you in person, but it is what it is. But got to see him live twice. I'm thinking there's a third time, but I don't remember. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And we shall see you guys next episode with the Christmas episode. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.